trees. Trees. They're fairly simple. Um, I I didn't do much interesting with trees, but as you can see, if you go to Unit 8, which you should have the link to, you can go to trees and you can see there's an awful lot of trees here. I got pine tree, an oak tree, a hand. Yeah, let's talk about the pine tree first, because the pine tree looks the worst. Not even like debatably, it just actually looks the worst. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, when I made this, I thought it was good. Everything's too even. It looks more like a turnstile than a tree. There's no change, there's nothing interesting about it. It objectively sucks. There is no question about it. The way I made it is I got a 8-sided cylinder. I made it so that it was fairly tall and had a lot of edge segments. I applied a taper modifier, and yeah, let's just do it. Where's okay? Yeah, that works. Height segments up to that amount, radius down to that amount, height up, sides down to yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, and cap segments up, because if you don't do that, it leaves a great big angon, and a great big angon doesn't look that good. And then I added a taper, and the amount was, I believe, -1. And then I added a curve, which I think was about like that. Then I went back to cylinder and up to the height segments because they weren't enough. Then I went taper and I said collapse 2. Then I said you're not meant to be an editable mesh, you're meant to be an editable poly. Then you can just like select a face, and then you go to inset and you go shore and you scale it down. That's not okay. You can scale it down. You can make it so that it looks slightly prettier, and then you extrude it outwards. And that's essentially what I did for every single branch. I'm not even kidding. I just did that over and over and over again, and it doesn't look good. Keep in mind that built into 3ds Max, there's actually this little where is it? No. Arnold? No. God. Extended primitives? No. There's one of these. There we go. AEC extended. You can bring out the tree I was trying to make. And you can see how much better even this version looks. I wish I could just use these in my project, but I feel like that's cheating, so I didn't. I probably should have. They look so pretty, and they're so simple. They are so simple. But yeah, that's the first tree that I made. It doesn't look good. Then there's the oak tree, which I mentioned in one of my previous Unreal videos. Which I think described as looks more like a four-legged nightmare. Which is fairly accurate, I believe, to what it is. It looks more like a four-legged nightmare creature than it does an oak tree. And it doesn't have any leaves, and it genuinely doesn't look good. There's not much to talk about there. I just, extruded points, and it didn't turn out well. Then, I made a hand. And I'm quite proud of this hand, because I didn't use anything other than just my own hand as a reference. And it doesn't look that good, but it's discernible as a hand. This isn't rigged or anything. If you remember, go back to Myro. Go back all the way up to Station 1. Props, platforms, hand trees, dark and charred, with hands reaching out from them, maybe some holding lanterns, maybe animated. That was the original plan. That was why I made the hand. I thought I had more time. I didn't. To be fair, I did bite off a fairly large chunk, but to be fair, there are people that bought off bigger chunks and actually did it. So and there's Elm Tree Bass. It's all about that bass, no treble. It's all about that bass, no treble. There we go. This is the original elm tree. You can... Yeah, this original cylinder still has the base on it. And so... there's lots of unnecessary faces. I feel like this looks good, but among, other trees of the same type, it would look horrible. So that's why I ended up remaking it into a weird, elm hybrid. So then I made Elm Tree Base 02. Which will take a while to load, because everything takes a while to load, because it's 3ds Max. And why would you expect a software that costs upwards of $1,000 a year to be running quickly? Yep. Yeah, it's mostly the same. I think I tried to remove some of the faces. Oh yeah, I did another height reference thing. It looks far too short. I don't know why I thought this was a good height. It isn't. Literally nothing was done. Nothing was done. I don't know why that's a separate file. Then I specified Elm Tree version 1. Yeah, it's still it's still the same. Oh, go away. It's still the same. I think. Nope. The unnecessary polys is still there. And then Elm Tree Base again. You may notice that it seems like I'm skipping over some of these. There's literally just nothing to talk about, though. Mayhaps? Hey! Oh, go away! I don't care about security messages. Right. There we go. You can see the two different trees. Yeah, there's not much to say about these two trees other than what I actually put on my Myro already, which is that they both have the same unwrap, but it doesn't even matter if they had different unwraps because the texture is just a block and another block, and another block. Which is also riveting. I closed my file. What was I on? That's train. I don't want train. I want trees. I was on Elm Tree. Yeah, and then I did the 2 FBX files from that. I should probably actually talk about the system that I set up for creating new branches. AKA, I'm incredibly lazy and running short on time. How do I make up? Go away! How do I make a whole bunch of new branches very quickly? It's a little wonderful thing, which I've already used so many times, called the noise modifier. First, I get an edible poly, usually just a tube, which usually means that it's actually just a cylinder, not an editable poly. But then I have to convert it to an editable poly to get the taper in and weld the point up there and get rid of these faces because nobody's going to see them because they're going to be stored inside the tree. So why would you need to have a look at them? And then I added a bend modifier to make. Excuse me. Yeah, I added a bend modifier to make it so that it poked upwards. And then I added a noise modifier to make it so that it was random. And then I just crank the seed whenever I want a new branch. And they're all scraggly, and they're all new, and they're all unique, and it's all wonderful. And basically, I just went along here and like shift dragged upwards, and then once I did that, I changed the scale and I like rotated it round, and I just repeated that up and up and up to the trunk. Oh yeah, you can also see their version of an elm tree. They're being 3ds Maxes, and it's so much better. So yeah, and once I'd gotten one tree down, I ended up just like clicking this, duplicating it, and swinging it round and changing the seed so that it looks different. All of them are at the exact same height. If I go to look at the Unreal, you can see. Well, I can't look at the Unreal right now, but you can see basically that everything's the same height and it's all very simple and it's all very. Yeah. How long have I been explaining trees for? 12 minutes. That's not too long. I feel like I can stop explaining trees. There's not much to talk about with trees.